Up until now, everything in the game we made for you. From here on, we will give you the tools to build your own stories, your own homes, and truly make the universe yours.
For years, base building has been the ultimate goal for Star Citizen players so that they can finally build something in this massive world and call it home. The presentation of base building at CitizenCon 2954 was impressive, and I was amazed like the audience in Manchester to see the player-crafted structures at the time. But after CitizenCon, it got me thinking, was it all we have been asking for? What CIG tries to deliver with base building is the bare bones of a feature that has been implemented much better in many other games. I know Star Citizen is an MMO game, it's not Minecraft, it's not all about building, but this game tries to do a lot of things at the same time, and the goal behind all of this is to deliver a unique player experience. Yeah, the same motto that you have heard more than me. However, the base building in Star Citizen just doesn't deliver that. CIG has completely forgotten about why we want base building tools in the PU. If I'm supposed to have a small home that comes with the same shape and size to the homes of hundreds of other players, I wouldn't call it my home. Where does the creativity go? The joy of base building is not just to put a series of pre-built structures next to each other and call it home. The actual fun is how you can go creative with that. If gamers admire the base building tools in Rust, in DayZ, or in the Forest, it's not because they let you create some structures. The actual fun is that you can build whatever you want. You can build a 3-floor mansion without windows. You can build a spiral staircase that reaches the clouds. You can even build weird complex mazes that you get lost in. There's no limitation in Rust or in the Forest on how to build a home. And that's why it's fun, because you can make something that is truly yours, that is truly unique. You can create something that no one ever did. I know Star Citizen is more realistic than Rust. I know we have simulated physics that shouldn't allow us to build a spiral staircase that reaches the clouds. But even with all those limitations, there could still be so many more options to go creative with the base building tools, rather than just offering a bunch of pre-built structures. What CIG showed us at CitizenCon 2954 consisted of 3 living quarters and corridors to connect them to each other. That's all you can go creative with. You can't change the nature of these structures. All you can do is to connect them to each other in a creative way, and that doesn't even make me excited about it. What would be the difference between my small home and my friend's small home if both use the same pre-built components? What if I want to build a home with a balcony? What if I want to build a home with staircases instead of elevators? What CIG offers in base building is a bunch of forced, pre-built structures that give players no freedom in customizing them. This is not how base building works in video games. This just kills the creativity. Even if CIG adds up to the number of living quarters or other pre-built structures, it will not solve the problem. I mean, how many they could even add? 10, 20, 30? That's limited at the end of the day. Unlike creativity, which is unlimited. Base building in Star Citizen does not have the management over small things. It just gives you a massive hangar and tells you to place it somewhere on the planet. Other games would give you the bare bone materials to let you build that hangar in any form and any shape you want. Shamefully, this is not the only problem with base building. You know, in games like Enshrouded, there is a progression with base building. At first, you begin creating shallow bases with clay, but then you find wood and make it sturdier, and then you find rock and make a solid home, and the progression goes on and on and on and on as you find new materials. You find iron, you find tin, you find copper, and all of them give you new options in base building, and those differences are visible. You can feel the difference, you can see the difference between an iron-made home and a clay-made home. Star Citizen doesn't offer that in a sensible way. Of course, you can build bases with a variety of materials, and some of them are well crafted, so they will probably give you better stats, but that's all. Those are hidden stats that you don't even see them. You never feel them from the exterior design. In the long term, this will cause even bigger problems. In a detailed base building, where you put materials together, you also have a detailed destruction system. So, in the forest, for example, if zombies attack a wall on your base, you will only need to repair or replace that specific wall. But how does the destruction work for bases in Star Citizen, when it's just a pre-built component entirely? Could you have a home with a broken door, with a cracked open wall, with a shattered window? I don't think so. The more you think about base building in Star Citizen, the more plot holes come to mind. And most of them, to be honest, will not be solved by expanding the quantity, because this is a problem with the CIG's approach to base building. They offer modularity over managing small things in base building. But that will not satisfy the hunger for customization. It will not make me feel unique. It will not take players long to realize that bases are more or less similar to the current mining stations. You see, there's no difference between a mining station on Lyria and a mining station on Daymar. They come with the same buildings, in the same shapes, the same sizes, and even the same varieties. And that will be the end of base building in Star Citizen, because every player will have a home that is identical to the other player's home. This type of base building is too simple to take 13 years to develop. I don't care how long it would take CIG to make it the way it should, but I wouldn't bother hunting for resources week after week to finally have a home just identical to the homes of thousands of other players. If that's how it works, then I'd rather wake up at Nest Apartment every day.